Respected Dr. Pillai, Mr. Venkat Krishnan, who just left, Mr. Madhusudan Rao, Dr. Narayan and Dr. Franklin and all the team of IDF, Professor Tyagarajan, the recipients of Mother Teresa Award, Memorial Award, and the recipient of the Best Partner Award, my dear teachers and students. It's indeed a great honor to be in the midst of you. I'm a regular customer of IDF programs in Karnataka in Bangalore, but I enjoy it. I literally enjoy it. Every time I come, I see the growth of IDF and the wonderful people who come here, assembled here. Indeed, IDF, 30 years, it's a great joy how it has grown from a leprosy project to a widespread health programs in not only residual leprosy, but tuberculosis, cancer, and blindness. The Gurukulas, which I am also running a few Gurukulas, reaching the remote corners of India with the Gurukulas concept. Now they are 140, and very soon there will be 500, I'm sure. Dr. Pillai and his team will definitely achieve that. Women's empowerment is a new program which has also come up. So working in every sphere of where the nation needs development, IDF is there. I'm also associated with the Center for Excellence, which is coming up in Bangalore, a wonderful, great idea. Dr. Pillai has been working hard to raise funds and to make it really an institution of excellence. I'm sure it will come up. Hopefully next year we will inaugurate and the program will take in a big way. Now, what's the greatness of IDF? I've seen many number of voluntary organizations and funding agencies, but the courage that we will not accept money from government, but we will raise it from the people and then use it. It's a great courage, and he has done it. And just now they said they have 1,400 schools being contacted all over the country. It's not a small number, and raising funds from every student, that itself is a very noble, sacred way of raising donations and giving it to the needy, giving it to very noble causes. And the voluntary organizations the IDF chooses are very well known, very respected, with great integrity, and every pie which children donate goes to the right cause. And IDF itself is known for its integrity, transparency, and accountability. The meticulous accounting system, and every pie which is raised in the name of the poor is accounted for, and it sees that it reaches the poorest of the poor. I can go on talking about IDF and Dr. Pillai, the leader, and his wonderful team. I am fascinated by how the long relationship of our Dr. Narayan, Dr. Franklin, and many others, they have committed themselves to this organization, and they work as a wonderful team. The growth of Franklin himself in the southern region I have seen as a great leader, emerging as a great leader, doing wonderful things. Having said this, I just don't want to take much of your time, children. I hated listening to big talks myself, so I don't want to give the same punishment to you. Just want to say there is a joy of giving. I really do not know whether God exists and there is a heaven after death, whether we go to heaven by giving this charity, by giving to others. But one I can tell, there are immediate benefits. There is joy in giving. If the nature's law is, if you accumulate, you have problems. If you accumulate fat in your body, cholesterol in your coronary arteries, you have problems. So don't accumulate at the physical level. Do work, keep fit, see that the fat doesn't accumulate. If you accumulate wealth, you have problems of income tax, you have the problem of government servants, the lokayuktas, you have the problem of thieves coming and taking away your wealth. And if you accumulate knowledge, what happens? We land up in NIM hands. Need to give it back. Knowledge has to be given back to society. If we don't give it back, we will end up a very serious problem. So everywhere, physical level, with our social, with our the material wealth we have, everything has to be shared. By giving, we get back automatically. Once we take care of giving and enjoy the process of giving, the nature gives you plenty. That's the nature's law. If you don't want to give, you want to accumulate, nature will also make you, it will catch your neck and see that you give it forcibly. So there is great joy in giving. All the children and the greatness of the teachers and the instrument is IDF to inculcate this great character of the joy of giving if it is given at the tender age. I remember at the age of 12, I had this passion. I would go with my 5-6 friends, go out to various charity institutions, raise some funds and give some fruits and all that. It's a very small token, but the joy, we used to cycle and go to various, especially the charities run by the sisters. And it was a great joy. I think that act is a small act compared to what I'm doing right now, but that really inculcated the spirit of giving, the share of joy of sharing with others. Karuna Trust has also grown, and we, on the other hand, unlike IDF, 85% of our funds come from the government. I have an argument. It's a taxpayer's money, and we have every right to get the government money and spend it properly. So I have a difference with Dr. Pillai, but IDF has its own brand, and I respect it. And now we reach out to 1 million people in 5 different states, in Karnataka, in Orissa, in Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, and Manipur. Our motto is reaching the unreached, and we have taken up those challenges. I started my work in Veerappan's territory, then moved on to Naxalite areas. Now we work in insurgency areas, both in Manipur and in 2 districts of Arunachal Pradesh, where insurgency is a very serious problem. When we went there and started the primary health center, in these insurgency areas, there's a parallel government. All government servants, they all have to pay 15% of their salary to these people. There is a mediator between them. If they don't pay, they are harmed. So they asked us also, they said, you have to pay 15%. We said we refused, we rather close down. But this is the 7th year. Immediately after 1 year, they said, you open more primary health centers. We don't want 15% from you. So we have been able to win over Veerappans, win over Naxalites. We didn't have much problem, and insurgency people. I think when we start giving, when we really work genuinely for the reaching the unreached, the healthcare, people do understand. And even people with extremism, they also respect us. So I don't want to take much of your time. Thanks for giving me this opportunity of both giving the grants to the very reputed institutions, and I'm sure all of them will utilize it for the 100% of that funds to the noble cause, and also the great joy of the award function. Every student, all the teachers who have come here, I thank all the children for donating liberally, and it's a noble act, and look forward to much more growth. I'm sure with the leadership of Dr. Narayan and Dr. Franklin in the southern region, this will become a big moment. For me, it's not the amount of quantity of money we raise, but it's a very simple act. Every student getting that inculcating that habit of giving to others, the joy of giving to others. That's the greatness of IDF and all the schools who are participating. Let IDF prosper, grow much more, and let Dr. Pillai complete his century with a divine blessing. Thank you very much.